This is WWE Off The Script. This is episode number 22, part number 1, for your week ending July 20th, 2014. Your number one source for all WWE, right here on YouTube.com. I got news on Brock Lesnar. I got news on The Rock. And I got more news in this ongoing CM Punk saga. Do not miss part 1. I'll be right back. Cue my music. Hand me my fucking beverage, and let's get this weekend started. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
I see the line in the sand. Time to find out who I am. Looking back to see where I stand.
I am going to keep that theme song for the foreseeable future because this right here is an evolution. I want you guys to be a part of the evolution of not only my channel, but the content that is provided here on a weekly basis. I want you guys to join me in the evolution of this channel. We're only going up, and I'm not going to stop until I get there. So thank you guys so much for all your continued love and support. I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys very much. This is Off The Script, number 22, part number 1 for your week ending July 20th, 2014. We got Battleground this Sunday, guys. It's looking like a great fucking card from top to bottom. Very solid. I got the review and results. Do not forget, immediately following that pay-per-view as it goes off the air on the WWE Network, I will be right here on YouTube.com filling you guys in on what happened, giving you my thoughts and opinions on everything that happens at that pay-per-view. So do not miss it. Immediately following the pay-per-view right here on my channel, the review will be up live. Alright, I'm not doing a live question and answer like I usually do. Maybe for Summerslam, because that's a big enough event where I need to talk about it more in depth. But right now it's just going to be a regular review, so don't miss it. It'll be on my channel immediately following the pay-per-view. If you guys missed my Monday Night Raw review, yes, I did cover a Monday Night Raw review this week. I know it went up a little bit later than usual. I did the same thing last week, and it got rave reviews. It got a lot of views, actually. Nice ratings, a nice rating on there for the Monday Night Raw review. But this week, a little bit shaky. I don't know what happened, but I did post it. If you guys did miss it, link is down below in the description towards the very top. That's right down there. Go check that shit out. Let me know what you think. Leave a like on your way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. Chair Shot Reality, my boy Justin LaBar and his buddies Josh Eisenberg and Brian Ghoulish. They are all doing their thing this weekend. Chair Shot Reality at WrestleZone.com. New episode going up today between the hours of 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. I don't know what they got scheduled to talk about, but who the fuck cares? It's must-see TV. Alright, if you don't believe me, go and check them out. Homepage is down below with my Monday Night Raw review for Chairshot, WrestleZone.com. Go tell them JD sent you, and please go and support them. They greatly deserve all the love and support that they can get. They do a great job over there. Number one talk show on the interweb when it comes to wrestling, news, thoughts, opinions, talk, whatever you want. They got it over there at Chairshot Reality, WrestleZone.com. Now that I got all those cheap, innocent plugs out of the way, we got news. I got news on Brock Lesnar. I got news on The Rock. I got the ever-going saga of CM Punk. I'm tired of this fucking CM Punk shit. Every other fucking day, it's something on my Twitter wall. It's something in the news, in the dirt sheets. I'll CM Punk this, CM Punk that. I gotta report it because it's big news. CM Punk's name is still money. CM Punk's name is still gonna, garner attention wherever it goes, wherever it's said. So I gotta talk about it. But I am going to talk about something. I'm going to do something about, what's on my mind. And JR does this on the Ross Report. If you guys don't know what the Ross Report is, shame on you. He just finished an interview with Kurt Angle on podcast1.com. Go and download that. If you got Android, if you got iPhone, it's just a click of a button away. Go where you go, download your shit, the Google Store or the iTunes Store, whatever. Go download the Ross Report. Great listen with Kurt Angle. Part 2 of 2 was posted this week. Unbelievable listen. And next week he's got AJ Styles on. And I believe the following week he's going to have Sting. Yes, Steve Borden is going to be on The Ross Report, the #1 podcast right now in the world. Jim Ross doing his thing. I love it. I can listen to it all day long. Great interview with Kurt Angle. Go check that out. If I have time, I'll post the link down below if I remember. But if you guys don't know, please go check him out. He greatly deserves your love and support. But he does something over there. What's on his mind? He talks about the current WWE product. And I'm going to do something a little bit similar, but not so much in depth. One of my guys came to me on Twitter, and he's a good guy. He's a very loyal subscriber here. I talk wrestling with him. You know, I tweet him back and forth. You know, I love interacting with you guys. This is the best thing about YouTube and Twitter, man. I get to interact with all of you, okay? And he asked me, JD, do you think Chris Benoit is a WWE Hall of Famer? Okay, now, after the incident that occurred with Chris Benoit, and I'm excluding everything he did in the ring. We know as wrestling fans what he did in the ring was unparalleled. He was, you know, far in between the #1 guy wrestling-wise in that company, WWE and WCW for that matter, inside the ring. There's no taking away his ability at what he did. Okay, everybody he stepped in the ring with was just made better because Chris Benoit was that good. His matches with Kurt Angle, unbelievable, you know. Anything the man did, anything, you know, he did in that squared circle, you know, really deserved everyone's eyes. He was a master of his craft. He was an unbelievable tactician. He knew what he was doing in the ring. He was physical. He was trained by the right people, you know. The thing with Chris Benoit is I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, and this is what I got into a little discussion about with my subscriber on Twitter. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, and I'm telling you why. If the WWE puts Chris Benoit in the Hall of Fame, all right, it would be such negative press that the WWE wouldn't even want to put themselves through that. The only thing that's going to be remembered if he goes into the Hall of Fame is what he did to end his life, to end his wife's life, to end his son's life. Okay? Jim Ross has repeatedly talked about this, and this has been one of the main questions that he's asked everybody. He asked it to MVP, who was a road mate with Chris Benoit. He asked Kurt Angle because they had such a great rivalry together. You know? Jim Ross stated that if he had one question, if he could go and ask Chris Benoit right now one question, that one question would be, do you see yourself in the WWE Hall of Fame? And Jim Ross honestly believes that Chris Benoit would say no. Because the only thing that would be remembered, the only thing that would be on people's minds is what I did to my wife, to my son, and to myself. You know? But you guys got to exclude what Chris Benoit did in the ring when it comes to this. The WWE would never put Chris Benoit in the Hall of Fame simply because it would be nothing but negative press, and that's the only thing he would be remembered for. It's not fair to Chris Benoit. It's not fair to the WWE. And I don't condone what he did. I really don't. I don't know why he did what he did. We may never know. You know, I don't know if he was on some type of medication. We don't know if he had marital problems. We don't know. I don't work for the WWE. I'm just some guy on YouTube giving his opinion on certain topics. But I don't think it would be the right thing to do. I don't even think the WWE's even thinking about it. They'll never think about it. Chris Benoit would never go into Hall of Fame. So you guys wondering about Chris Benoit, yes, you may think he's a Hall of Famer, but you got to really think about what had happened and the negative effects that would come if the WWE ever decided to put Chris Benoit in the Hall of Fame. I don't think it's the right thing to do. And I truly believe Jim Ross when he says Chris Benoit would say, I'm not even a Hall of Famer, you know, because of what I did. That would be the only thing remembered. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Chris Benoit is a Hall of Famer? Take into consideration what he did and the consequences that happened with the entire Benoit family tragedy. Let me know what you think down below. Is Benoit a Hall of Famer? Yes or no? Give me your opinions down below in the comment section. That's what's on my mind. I figured that would be a nice talking point for this week's Off the Script. And let's get into the news, guys. I got a lot of news. Brock Lesnar's return. The Beast Incarnate is returning in Miami, Florida. Miami. And what's symbolic about Miami is that the last time we seen Brock Lesnar in Miami is when he F5'd John Cena. And that's what led to their Extreme Rules match a few years back. The current plan for Brock Lesnar is to make his WWE television return on July 21st, that edition of Monday Night Raw, which emanates from Miami, Florida. In bit of an irony, the 721 Raw venue is the same place that Lesnar made his initial return where he laid out John Cena. It is expected that something similar will happen this Monday, okay? As the plan is for Lesnar and Cena to work in the Summerslam main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Next week's Raw is expected to kick off the build to this year's SummerSlam pay-per-view, where Lesnar will work, but then return the following month for Night of Champions, as WWE plans to use Lesnar on pay-per-view as a lure to pursue fans to renew their WWE Network 6-month subscription, the first loop of which will be expiring around that time of Night of Champions. Number one, I can't wait to see Brock Lesnar lay out John Cena. Number two, I can't wait to see Brock Lesnar as the WWE Champion. Number three, WWE, take my money. I love the WWE Network. Number four, SummerSlam is going to be fucking epic. Number five, Night of Champions, gonna be great, man. I hope the WWE actually lives up to the pay-per-view name, Night of Champions. With current booking, with the right booking, I think the WWE can really turn around and make Night of Champions into a legit one of the big pay-per-views of the year, as it should be. It holds the name Night of Champions. It should be expected that it should be epic. You know, build up your championships properly, and that pay-per-view will gain so much more credence, so much more importance if the WWE books things correctly. Night of Champions could be in the leagues such as WrestleMania, SummerSlam, King of the Ring when it was around, Royal Rumble. You know, it could take the place for Survivor Series. I don't even consider Survivor Series one of the big five anymore, just because the way WWE has treated it, or mistreated it, I should say, in the past couple of years. Night of Champions is going to be epic. SummerSlam is going to be epic. If WWE books things correctly and puts their minds in the right place, the summer could be unbelievable for WWE. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Let's hope that the WWE knows what they're doing with current storylines going forward, and we get some decent fucking television for the WWE. It's been noted how The Rock's status for WWE's WrestleMania 31 is up in the air due to his schedule for promoting Fast 7, and whether or not WWE can come up with a program that he's interested in returning for. The Rock has made it clear that he will only come back if the match and the money is bigger than his last few returns. While Vince McMahon still wants The Rock versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 next year, he has reportedly put the word out that they need to get Roman Reigns built up enough to where he will be ready for a main event spot at next year's WrestleMania if The Rock doesn't return. I've noted before how WWE wants to do a Roman Reigns versus Lesnar program, and regardless of who Lesnar faces at WrestleMania, it was said that the feud will definitely happen. Number one, I knew The Rock is only in it for the money. If he did not care about the money, he would return at WrestleMania just for the sake of working the event, because he loves the WWE. He loves what WrestleMania stands for. He should be back regardless of what they're paying him. I don't care. You know, you owe the WWE your talent. Obviously, yes, you got to be compensated, but if, you know, the report is stating that he's pretty much only going to come back for the money, and if the money's bigger than his last few matches with John Cena, how much more bigger can you get than John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania in your main event 2 years in a row? What does the man want? What does the man expect? Okay, I don't see Roman Reigns being built up enough in time for WrestleMania 31 where I can legit say I see him beating Brock Lesnar. It's not going to happen, and I don't think the WWE is going to make it happen. I don't think the WWE can book Roman Reigns that fast and get him to where he needs to be, to the point where I can sit down and tell you, you know what, I can see Roman Reigns beating Brock Lesnar. I can't see that. I can't see that. I don't see it now, and I don't see it happening in April. I just don't. As for The Rock, I would rather see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. I don't know if it will be for the WWE Championship. I don't know. Bring them back. Their blood. Have them feud together with no championship on the line. I'd rather Brock Lesnar defend it against someone else. Maybe a returning CM Punk. Maybe a returning Daniel Bryan. I'm throwing CM Punk out there because you never know with the Royal Rumble. You've seen stranger things happen with the WWE come the Royal Rumble. You never know who the fuck is going to be one of those 30 guys. But I don't think Roman Reigns, what I'm saying is I don't see Roman Reigns being ready to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I just don't. That's just me. Let me know what you think. But The Rock wants to come back, but he wants the money to be right. It's all about the money, and I knew it. Mr. Hollywood only wants to come back for the money. I don't care if The Rock comes back or not. I really don't. WrestleMania is not going to, be good or bad depending on if The Rock comes back. He's a non-entity to me. I really don't care about The Rock. But he wants to come back. He's talking about it. The Rock's name's being thrown around lately. He wants to come back if the money is right. I just don't see it happening. Whatever. That's the news on The Rock and his status for WrestleMania 31. I noted in my Monday Night Raw review, if you missed it, link is down below. Okay? I noted on my Raw review that it appeared that WWE and Sting had to come to terms other than the deal for WWE 2K15, as they are already selling new merchandise. WWE officials did not want to air the Sting 2K15 announcement until Sting had signed a talent contract. Backstage, a lot of WWE talents are excited about the idea of Sting coming in. Whether or not Sting wrestles for the WWE, he's the guy a lot of the WWE talents grew up watching, and there's a level of excitement about seeing one of their heroes work for the company, similar to when Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior returned to the WWE. That's all I got on Sting. I want to see Sting. You want to see Sting. We all want to see Sting. But, like I said in my Monday Night Raw review, when the time is right, we will see Sting on WWE TV. And Vince McMahon even, put out a teaser tweet today, Thursday night. Life imitates art, or does art imitate life, I think is what he said exactly. Teasing that, can Sting, this Sting that we seen in the WWE 2K15 commercial for the video game, does that art really imitate life? Will we see Sting in the flesh? When the time is right, we will see Sting on WWE TV. Believe me, they would not be selling shirts if they didn't have a plan for him, okay? Bad news, Barrett was visiting with doctors on either last Friday or Thursday. Sorry, can't see it there. Either Thursday or Friday. Messed up my notes. Apologize. To get checked out. Barrett will be beginning physical therapy on his shoulder in the next few days. As noted on Raw, Barrett will be appearing at Sunday's WWE Battleground pay-per-view to hand over the vacated Intercontinental title to the Battle Royal winner. Barrett may have his eyes on that winner, man. I don't know. I like that he's going to be there. It's going to be nice to see him. And I think he's going to be setting up a feud he's going to be setting up a feud with whoever is going to be winning that belt. So I could see Cesaro winning. I could see Cesaro versus Bad News Barrett. Will that be the feud to finally turn Cesaro heel? I don't know. But I do have news on Cesaro later this weekend. Do not miss it. But Barrett will be at the Battleground pay-per-view to hand over the title to the Battle Royal winner, which I am going with Antonio Cesaro. It would appear that CM Punk is no longer affiliated with the WWE, as his profile on WWE's website was moved to the alumni roster on Tuesday. WWE's contract for CM Punk expired today. He is now officially a free agent. It has been widely reported that Punk's contract with WWE would expire, and that's likely the case right now, as I said Thursday, and it's unlikely that he would re-sign with the company. Punk tweeted the following on Tuesday evening: "Nope, thank you. Thank you for all the help and support through the years. Health and happiness above all. Don't ever take shit from anybody." There was talk within WWE that the company would add another 6 months onto Punk's contract when it expires in a few days. Today. Similar to how they did with Rey Mysterio, as there's a clause that says WWE can extend contracts if a talent is out of action for so long. The belief this week is that since there's not really anyone's, or it's not in anyone's best interest, WWE won't be forcing the extension. Punk owns the rights to his names and noted already that he has an appearance lined up for the AXS TV Awards after his WWE contract expires. It's worth mentioning that Punk is back to using his ring name after using his real name, Phil Brooks, on The Talking Dead a few months back. Before WWE removed Punk from their roster on Tuesday, it was said that things may have appeared like they were turning around between the two sides, with Punk's special on the WWE Network and AJ Lee's return, but that has not been the case. It was said after Monday's Raw in Richmond that if anything, relations between Punk and WWE are probably worse than they have ever been. It's also been noted how it was interesting that WWE heavily pushed the CM Punk Beyond the Ring special on the network and then removed him from the roster on the same day that it premiered. I have no words on CM Punk. I figured I would report the news to you guys, keep you guys filled in, keep you guys in the loop. But that's all I got. He's retired. He's a free agent. His contract expired today. He is officially done with the WWE. Paul Heyman was moved away from Cesaro this week on Raw because Brock Lesnar is returning soon, likely as early as Monday, which I just announced in the beginning of this episode on Raw from Miami. This may not end up being the end of Heyman and Cesaro's relationship, but word is that they are separated as of now because of Lesnar's return. And finally, it was said that if you saw Bray Wyatt when he walked into the arena before Monday Night Raw in Richmond and compared that to how he looked on TV, it was night and day. WWE's medical crew worked so hard to drain the swelling around Bray Wyatt's eye, clean up the area, apply makeup, and hide the injury that he suffered during the angle with Ric Flair at Madison Square Garden in New York City on Saturday night. Bray Wyatt was said to be very lighthearted about being busted open by Ric Flair this past weekend. Wyatt apparently said that it was cool Ric Flair gave him a scar at Madison Square Garden. Wyatt blew it off like he would be fine, and that impressed some of the WWE veterans backstage. Wyatt comes from the Wyndham and Rotunda families, so there's a lot of pedigree there. Whether or not Wyatt has reached his potential yet, that remains to be seen, but he has earned a lot of respect among his peers in the WWE locker room. And that is the ending of this week's Off the Script, guys. Part 1. Part 2 has got a big story, and you're not going to want to miss this one. Why doesn't Triple H want to wrestle Roman Reigns at Summerslam in August? You're not going to want to miss this fucking reasoning. It's going to be rant time with JD. And then in Part 3, I got Cesaro's WWE future is in doubt. What the WWE has plans for his long-term future with the company. You're not going to want to miss this weekend, guys. I got much more than that. I even got news on Ronda Rousey and her involvement with SummerSlam. Is it true or is it false? And Jim Ross potentially may be calling MMA matches within the next couple of months. So don't miss it, guys. Big WWE Off the Script this weekend. Battleground Sunday. I'll see you guys on Part 2 Saturday morning. Take care, and I will talk to you all very soon. I'll see you later.